See, children, this is the last topic of your chapter, that is food security and various other things which are associated with. I have penned them down in points, and I want you people to write the answers in this manner, because this is a topic I never get satisfied when you learn from your notes, right? You can consult your notes too, but turn them into this manner only. This is how you have to answer a question. I use so many colors, the heading and explanation format, just to make you understand that this is how you are going to answer a question if it ever comes for 5 marks, right? Let us start with food security, and you have to talk about the problems with global food security. But first of all, the definition here, children. This definition, now the definition which is accepted by the whole world is given by the World Food Summit. This definition was proposed during World Food Summit, and the definition says these are the operative words which are to be mentioned. Availability of sufficient means adequate amount, not more than required, not less than required. Availability of sufficient. Safe, that means the food is not adulterated with impurities, it is safe, it is not of bad quality. And third thing is nutritious, that means it is going to fulfill all your demands for requirements for micronutrients and macronutrients, so that you remain healthy. So when you understand the concept that food security only can be achieved, it can be only achieved when the food is adequate amount, when it is safe, it is not adulterated, and it is nutritious also. And another thing which can be added here is at all the main meal times. It should not be like you have fulfilled all these requirements which are written here, but you are getting the food only once a day. So in that case, food security condition is not achieved, right? So at all main meal times, the availability of sufficient, safe, nutritious food to everyone, in order to maintain the healthy active life. So whatever I have written here is not the full definition, these are the operative words. Okay, then food should be available to all. If you have to achieve food security, first of all you have to see that whatever food is present, it should be available to all, it should be affordable by all. If you are poverty stricken or hunger stricken, in that case, even if you can see the food in front of your eyes, you won't be able to purchase it. And the food should be in adequate amount, not less and not much, right? So a food security condition is something where no one starves or no one is hungry just due to the lack of food. All these points should be converted into the statements whenever you are going to define or whenever you are going to write a note on food security. Now you come to the problems of global food security. That means this question could be straight away state any 5 problems of global food security, or you may be asked that why the whole world is unable to achieve the food security condition. So in that case, these are the points I have written here. First point, and this is according to your syllabus too, the points from your syllabus are also merged here. First point is global food imbalance. Here you have to understand that sometimes in one country the soil is very fertile, but in other country it is desertified, right? In that case, the resources are not equally distributed. The resources are not available in all the countries at at the similar in the similar pattern. And this is something where some countries produce surplus production of food, whereas the other they do not. So this is something, sometimes they don't those countries, they cannot afford the investments in production and the consumption patterns, right? So this is the explanation for global food imbalance. Second thing is unequal distribution. Since we know that topographic conditions and climatic constraints, they allow the crop to be grown in only one area of the earth, and the other part of the earth is not supporting the climate is not supporting the growth of a particular type of crop, right? In that case, the unequal distribution of food is actually evident. Why? Because the climatic constraints and the topographic, the landscapes of that area are not supportive. Third thing is climatic imbalance. That means if the famines, floods, drought, natural disasters, whenever such conditions are there, or extra. When we say flood, that is excessive rain. We need rain in adequate amounts, not more than required, not less than required. So in that case, these natural disasters and climatic challenges, these lead to loss of food production because they spoil the crop in the field. Fourth is the raising demand due to overpopulation. See, we know already that we are facing population explosion in so many countries, and higher is the number of individuals, more will be the demand. And to fulfill their demand, you will be needing much amount of food. So, overpopulation is another thing which has created a problem in achieving global food security. Next one is poverty. So this is almost related to overpopulation only, that when a country is not having money, it cannot afford the purchasing of the food either. If the country is not able to produce food, at least if it is a developed country, it will be purchasing it, it will be importing it from outside. But if the country is poor, it will not be able to either import the food or say produce the foods. In both the conditions, the hunger and undernutrition problems are going to be there. And then lack of education is something that creates a problem in achieving food security. Why? Because when someone doesn't know, here the operative word is malnutrition. That means if you don't know the concept of balanced diet, if you don't know that malnutrition may lead to deficiency disorders, then you'll not be having an adequate balance of nutrients in your diet. And the last one, this is the result of my thinking only, that I believe corruption and stocking of food is another thing which is a problem, because sometimes the people, for their own personal benefits, they stock the food in their buffers when the food production is higher, and at later stages when the food scarcity condition arises, in that case they use this buffer stock at higher prices. So I believe this is also a problem in achieving global food security. Right? What can we do to achieve security now? See, I have written a lot many things here. What can we do to achieve security? We can improve. This is economic. Please correct it. It is a mistyped condition. Economic growth. The government has to work on the poverty condition, or the poverty alleviation. The word is poverty alleviation. And the economic growth means it should invest more, it should do something about the agricultural sector and the industrial sector, so that the economic growth of the country is improved. And this is something which is related with poverty and hunger, affordability of the people. So poverty alleviation and economic growth, these are linked points basically, right? Improved agricultural sector. So government has to make needs to make policies about improvisations in agricultural sector, so that the farmers can get maximum benefit out of their field. Population control, since we have already discussed that overpopulation is a problem, so if population is under control, it can help in achieving food security. Boosting science and technology. Now, boosting science and technology means the generation, basically biotechnology and other experiments with the soil in order to increase the fertility and technology. When you have said, then in that case, the GMOs, the resistant varieties, the HYVs, these are helpful in increasing the production. Education and awareness. So this is something which is related with, you have the food in front of you, you have the access to the food, but if you are not educated, you will not be realizing whether your food is balanced or and adequate, right? And the last point here is food aid. Please take this point very importantly, because these points written at the top, achieving food security, these points are, you can use these points, but in your syllabus, food aid has been given special attention. So please give special attention to food aid here. And the question may be, explain the role of food aid in achieving food security at global level. So first of all, you understand what is food aid. Food aid is basically given by the developed country. Obviously, it is given by the developed country to the developing countries or the poor countries. which are basically facing hunger and starvation in their area. So just to tackle that problem of hunger and starvation, this help is provided. Now this help may be monetary in terms of money, or this help could be in terms of food, right? The objective is to sort out the problem of hunger, right? Another thing is, when you are giving food aid to someone, you obviously take consideration, you always obviously take care that you are going to give good food quality, such food which is having all the nutrients, micronutrients and macronutrients. The food should not be adulterated, it is safe and it is in sufficient amounts, right? So if, when we take care of, when we have these points in our mind regarding food aid, that when we give an aid and a help to someone, we always give good help, not the bad help. We have a good motive to give this food aid, right? In that case, when our motive is good, it is noble, in that case we always take care of the nutritional content, the quality, the amount, the adulteration, we always take care of that. So based on these points only, the roles can be categorized as: first one, this aid is to tackle the hunger and starvation; second point, it sorts out the problem of malnutrition; third point, it helps those countries who are not literally poor, but sometimes they have a crucial they have to face crucial things when any natural disaster strikes, right? It's not that they cannot produce, but whatever they have produced is actually damaged or destroyed because of any natural disaster. In that case, as a relief measure, such countries can be helped with food aid, right? It helps to sort out the problem of food adulteration and the quality, and it provides a support system to establish the livelihood, right? Here I have written something in blocks. Sometimes food aid can be disadvantageous, because when the people of a country, they are getting enough amount of and healthy food without doing anything, they become too much reliant on the countries. They become lazy, they don't wish to work because they know that they will be getting food aid from someone. So this is something where dependency is an issue. Otherwise, see that these points are very, very important. Please take care of them. And here I conclude my video. Children must understand that here your chapter is over, right? So since till now we have done two chapters, biodiversity and sustainable agriculture. Please go through the chapters, go through the scans of the textbook, read them out. If you have any problems, please feel free to ask me. And next time onwards, we will be beginning with the third chapter, which is going to come in your quarterlies, that is pollution, air pollution, right, students? And I may announce a test when we have a live class. I may announce a test. I may give you a message on group, so please be alert for any message from my side. I'll be giving you a test like other teachers are taking your test, to make you people familiar with how the pattern is going to be in quarterly exams, right, children? I'll inform you when I decide the date, and but till then, just be mentally prepared. And here I conclude the video. Thank you.